Call upon Rabbi Ouri for Hayom Hayom. Yes, sir.
Greetings, everyone. Family, friends, children, cousins, Duvi. There's a tremendous significance that Savta, our mother, had with Crown Heights and the Lubavitcher Rebbe. And one of the institutional books that we use on a daily basis is the Tanya, of course. And we also use the Hayom Yom. The Hayom Yom is a book that's compiled the entire year's calendar, and on each day there's a lesson. In the introduction to the Hayom Yom, the author brings down the Alter Rebbe who made the Tanya, and when his colleague, Reb Levi from Berditchev, saw this small book, he goes, how could this small book, it's amazing how this small book holds such a great God. The Frierdiker Rebbe said on the Hayom Yom, how such a small book could be a lesson in everyone's life. So, I just want to make it brief. There are three particular Hayom Yoms that are tied into the Shloshim, to the Shiva, and to today's day. Today is Rosh Chodesh Sivan. Yesterday officially was the seal of the Shloshim. It came out on a Shabbos, but we're celebrating it today. Chav Tes is actually the day. So I'm first going to start with the Hayom Yom that finished on the Shiva, which was Hey Iyar. And I'm going to first read it in Hebrew, then I'm going to translate it in English. Rabbeinu Hazaken Kibul Mirab Mordechai Hatzadik, Sheshama Me'abal Shem Tov. Es kommt herab an Neshama auf dem Welt und lebt ab 70, 80 Jahre zu Lipton a Yidin HaTeva begashmias und befrat in Ruchnias. The Alter Rebbe said the following, and he received the following from the Tzaddik Reb Mordechai, who had heard it from the Baal Shem Tov. A soul may descend to this world and live 70 or 80 years in order to do a Jew a material favor and certainly a spiritual one. My mother had tremendous Ahavas Yisrael that we heard tonight, and it's known that she had an unconditional love, unconditional selflessness to helping people. So when we finished the Shiva, we were blessed with this Vort. And it just happened to be that when we finished the Shloshim, the very similar theme was written down by the Rebbe on Chav Tes year. I'm going to first read it again in Hebrew, and then I'm going to repeat it in English. Aliyas HaNeshama hi sholosh pamim b'chol yom behagimel tfilos. Ubefrat nishmas hatzadikim v'yelchu mechayil al chayil v'davar vaday asher b'chol eis u'b'chol mokim kodesh hayosam noisim hi Rina v'tfila b'adam kusharim aleim v'pkudosam v'shreimim pkudehem u'befrat ba'ad talmidehem v'talmidei talmidehem l'chishia begashmiyas u'beruchnias. The ascent of a soul occurs 3 times daily during the 3 times of davening. This is particularly true of the souls of tzaddikim who go from strength to strength. It is certain that at all times and in every sacred place that may be, they offer invocation and prayer on behalf of those who are bound to them and to their instructions and who observe their instructions. They offer prayer in a particular for their disciples and disciples' that God be their aid materially and spiritually. So once again, the Hayom Yom from the Shloshim has the same lashon of Gashmias and Ruchnias, those 2 degrees of materialism and spiritualism which was lived throughout the life of Joar Sylvia Bas Yehuda. And I'm going to finish with today's Hayom Yom, which is Aleph Sivan. Aleph Sivan is a Medrash Rabbah. It's Aramaic, and it's a very famous lashon you hear in the Gemara. Zroik chutro la'avira ha'ikra koi. Nachla bli meitzorim. Hinchilo aviseinu rabbeinu ha'kadoshim l'chvei t'chasidim arishenim asher בני בניהם ובני בניהם ודייסיהם היקרי והוא המשוחס פנימיס הלב צור מחצבתוי לפעמים היקרי מחוסה ונעלם בכמה לבושים וזויסי עבודת החפץ בחיים להסיר את הכיסויים ולקבוע לו זמן לימוד בתורה חסידות להנהג ממנהג הדס החסידים. Basically, to sum it up, the root of when you throw a stick up in the air, it will always fall back on its roots. The roots here are our fathers, the holy rabbis, bequeathed and boundless heritage to the first Hasidim that their sons, children, and their daughters, children, throughout the generations in whatever country and environment they may be, will have the root, which is the attraction of their inwardness of heart to the rock from which they were hewn. At times, this element is covered and concealed in a number of garbs. This then is the avodah of whoever desires life, to remove these coverings, to establish for himself periods for the study of Hasidus and conduct himself in the manner of the Hasidus community. So, the fundamental idea here, and my mother left us tremendous roots and a foundation that, like it says in Pirkei Avos, to have a tree that is strong, it needs to have very deep roots. My mother comes from the Chidor, Reb Chaim Yosef Dalzulai. We have a tremendous lineage of Hasidic and Sephardic heritage, and we're sure that these roots, no matter where they take us from generation, from the children's and the great-grandchildren, will have this kav, this line of what she was all about, which was chesed, unconditional chesed, and ahavas re'im and shalom. May her zichron be with us, and may we continue to have us in our life forever and ever. Thank you.